26/11, 2008, Sunburn in Goa. We went ahead against all odds. I mean, you know, it's really tough to do an entertaining event when you've lost so many lives to terrorism. It was a predicament. I mean, that happened on 26/11 and 27/12 was Sunburn. It's just 32 days away from such a massive calamity. We were inclusive in our thoughts. We spoke, like when I say this to you, I get goosies with that moment. We sat inside this room and we discussed and said, we as Indians, what do we believe in? Will we let terrorism win? Because the whole country had cancelled all events. The whole nation was in mourning. And if we mourn and we keep quiet, then terrorism wins. Why can't we, through music, through Sunburn, unite and celebrate life and pay respect to the people, you know, who lost their lives? So we united as a team and we felt that we should go down with Sunburn and not let terrorism win. Tough ask. We went to Goa, we did the event, and surprisingly on day one, just in the evening, we had 250 CRPF trucks with armed guards came and shut Sunburn down. Boom, gone. And it was like, whoa. But the beauty was that we thought about that in this room and we did Sunburn. Fans turned up with the same spirit to say, terrorism will not win. Music has the power to make a difference. And we will unite and we will show that life will go on. To fight terrorism is not the responsibility of you and me as a citizen. That's the government's problem. But we got to stand up, and that's what Bombay does. Bombay always bounces back. But this time India bounced back in Goa. All turned up. When the cops came and shut it down, it was like the worst moment of my life. Because, what do you do now? I mean, it's over. Okay. We made a few phone calls to people who, there are different kind of politicians, okay? There are good politicians, there are interesting politicians, there are complicated politicians. So we spoke to the good politician. And I said, sir, what are you trying to preach to this young population of the nation? Are you trying to tell them that terrorism wins? That life should come to a standstill? I should never leave my home? I must not go to a multiplex to watch a movie? I must not take a train ride ever again? Are you saying that? Are you saying that, listen, you're safe. This incident happened, it'll never happen again. Go about your life as normal. So he says, I agree with you. 10 minutes later, all cops, CRPF gone, trucks gone. And the event restarted. The beauty was, I'm telling you that I have that on videotape, not one person asked for a refund, not one person left the venue. They all just sat down on the sand and didn't even scream like, play the music. Normally in rock concerts, you don't play the, but not a word. They said, shit's happened, let's unite. I remember, I think Bhojwani was supposed to go on and his parents had come. And just before he went down, he was shut down. And they were so depressed. I said, hang on. Have patience. I remember that moment. So I think that was a turning point, that we never gave up and the fans never gave up. This is just one single inspiration, to be honest. I mean, I looked up to my dad all my life and he was the reason for everything I did. When I won something, I went straight to him and all that jazz. And then suddenly, one fine day, I lost him to cancer. And it just happened very, very sort of suddenly. Suddenly he was just gone out of nowhere. And when we diagnosed the cancer, we realized that it was in the 4th stage. And we just had like 5 months to react to the fact that a very strong person in our lives was suddenly going to disappear. And to be honest, with all my journey of my life, I spent a lot of time really believing in God. I still do. Complete fun, but I used to enjoy myself going to Vaishno Devi, Siddhi Vinayak, Sai Baba. The whole journey is fascinating. Go there, stand in a queue, chant along, get prasad. I really enjoyed it. But when I needed God most, I didn't find Him. And 2 days before my dad's death, he spoke to me. He held my hand, and he knew something was surely wrong. He said, do something. I don't want to die yet. There's so much to do. I said, and I couldn't do anything. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. So I just felt somewhere in life that God's there. God's there to look after us, do it. But there is no understanding of life in my perspective to say, why is Dawood Ibrahim still alive? And why is my dad dead? And why is this kid of 10-year-old dying in a car accident, going to the school? I don't get the whole mix. So I just thought life has more meaning to me if I say God knows and not sort of blame anybody now. So I celebrate God, I have a blast with Him, but I don't put any pressure on Him anymore. Because I think it's all about God knows anyway. What will happen today? God knows. Will this interview work? God knows. I think there are, there's a huge amount of opportunity to be for agents, event managers. I mean, I every day think and look at the possible landscape of the industry per se, but unfortunately I'm not able to assist the industry grow beyond our business currently, so because there's so much to do in what we are doing itself. But I personally believe that I think the way the industry is moving around, there's a huge opportunity for youngsters, for whether they want to be agents, publishing aspects, logistics, event management. It's booming. But just one word of caution, that I think we should just train ourselves with global standards of deliveries, because this fan is highly educated. He's traveled the world, he's online every day, so the quality of product on ground that the Indian fan expects is at par with what he expects in the United States or in Europe. But that's my only word of caution to these young entrepreneurs or agents or professionals who want to get in the business. There is an opportunity because there's so much happening, but I would say equip yourself, maybe possibly take a training overseas. That does really help. First of all, you should have an open mind and phenomenal reflexes. These are very two strong qualities. They sound very simple. Open mind means that you should be, what happens with technology and so much of peer pressure, we layer our minds and our thoughts too much. So there's no open-mindedness. So when you see, generally when you discuss a new idea, you get looked at very differently nowadays on this planet. Like, really? Go Google it, dude. I don't understand that, because so imagination has taken a back seat. So I think open-mindedness is very crucial, because opportunities come from thin air, and then good reflexes. Once you get something, you gotta bang it in. I mean, you can't sit there intellectually masturbate for 6 months thinking, should I? What will happen? You got an idea, bang it out there. So I think these are the two pillars that I have been followed, and that's why we were able to build 23 companies in these years. So got an opportunity to do an ad film, I launched an ad film company. Got a chance to make a movie, I have a motion picture, I mean 75 movies. So I never said no to an opportunity, to be honest. And I think the most significant thing in life is relationships. Be true, build relationships, build happiness, create a larger community in the planet, and it's great fun to pick up the phone and lean on someone, seek someone's help, and that only happens if you build unconditional relationships. So SUNBURN is a company that we had outsourced talent and certain help, like we did with many other agencies over the last 7 years. Finally, we got really close to each other. We did really good business for the last 6 years, and we actually bought a stake of 26% in their company. So we actually strategically partnered SUNBURN because the skill set that they had was fantastic, and we partnered them. Nikhil is a professional that we worked with, so we had a professional contract with him for the last 5.5 years, and after about 5 years, I think we've not been getting the delivery that we expected, in all honesty. He could say the same thing, to be honest, but that is completely fair, and we just parted ways as professionals. For us it's horses for courses. All of us work in the company, and we are responsible for the gig and the fans, and we're responsible with sponsors. We have a huge responsibility, and I think it's just an employment or a professional engagement. Professional engagements end. I don't know why there's so much drama and emotions, for God's sake.
It's better that we got it.
Yeah, for sure. For everything that Nikhil has done for us, he's got his due, he's got paid, he's been on stage, he's enjoyed the glory, and we've enjoyed Nikhil's contribution. We've both grown, and now the world is his oyster. So what's the stress? I mean, and we've got a big season coming. I'm just hoping that he wishes us good luck and actually sends us some chocolates, a bottle of champagne to wish us well for SUNBURN 7. I think to summarize it in a short way, I think all festivals, in my opinion, do the similar thing. In all honesty, the difference is in the fans and the energy of the fans and the spirit of the land. So it matters a lot where the festival is. So say you go to America, you will get the flavor of the United States and the energy of the United States, and similarly the people of that region. So the Dutch people are a little conservative, and the Germans are obviously really rather strict with themselves, and while the Italians are completely mad and the Spanish are completely ballistic. So this is the DNA. I think we have a massive edge over all other festivals on the planet because our fans are completely crazy, and the land where we come from, which is India, which is Bangalore, Delhi, Chandigarh, Goa, it's all heart. So in our audience, and you can see in every interview of every DJ that I chatted with for Sunburn, he always said that there's something magical about the Indian fan. There's something magical about the air in India when I play here. I just get raw energy. That's because we really are raw, we are truthful. So if we raise our hand, we really raise it. We're not just polite hanging around. So I think that's a game changer for me. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a festival anywhere in the world other than India. I just love our energy, I love our fans, they're mad, and they're pure and they're real. And that you don't get anywhere else. Everywhere else is a lot of pretentiousness and a lot of hangabout and way too many six-packs abroad. I like our Indian crowd, just I'd rather wear a t-shirt, it's fine. I think this year you're going to see, a story being told, and you'll see, you've already seen the spaceman being unveiled. The whole journey is going to be fascinating. I'm telling a story. I believe everything should have a story. So Sunburn this year has a story about planet Earth getting very crowded, too much corruption, pollution, pain, traffic. So people who want to be happy, they bounce from planet Earth and they travel through this whole space journey and move and become citizens of a new planet called Planet Sunburn. You get citizenship, and when you enter the planet, you live, love, and dance. Yeah, Sri Lanka, Dubai, Singapore, Thailand. This is on the radar, but internationally, it's very proud moment. We did Dubai and Sri Lanka. So I always call Sunburn a global brand, produced locally and sold globally. Very exciting, for me. I really get a kick out of, taking the intellectual property out of India, like it's a huge high. When the moment comes to be strong. When I die. For me, the journey in my life has been ever evolving. I never knew I'd get here, dude. My first job was as a steward in Shamiana coffee shop. So, I've traveled every bus here. I used to have $3 budget for the day. I had 3 meals and buses. This is my city, this is my home, I love my country. I'm a serious India brand India fan. I wear it in my heart, not in my, in my mind. So I'm crazy about our country. So for me, it's ever evolving. Every day is a new day. So the minute I get a minute free from my desk without the serious shit, I'm always in Team Sunburn, innovating, inventing, trying to create more experiences. So I think for me, the zenith will be when I die. But then I think I'll go upstairs and have another party. I always think, if the life is so beautiful, death must be also quite rocking. So if I go up there, I'll do another Sunburn or something. It's very important in life to live, love,